McPherson set to kick off.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense.
They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago.
5 catches, 68 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Got a man. It's Brown. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Complete to Marquise Brown. It's a gain of 6. And a Dolphin first down.
Now Lawrence. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40.
It's a throw again as Lawrence. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Kyle Pitts,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Rams nothing.
So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw 1 interception in the last game.
Yeah, but 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, Coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. And the Rams at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll try and throw for it here. He finds his man, complete. It's Richards.
And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the fourth down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 3 yards out.
And the Rams respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Finding space at the 40.
And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
At the 8-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not counted on to be that in.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Dolphins 7. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll find Williams on the slant.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A very solid gain of 27. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
At the Rams 16-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Rams to take over. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's 2nd and 8. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive in total 8 plays, and the result for the Rams, a touchdown.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence is throw into the hands of Pitts here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Drops it off for Chubb. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Lawrence. That is caught. It's Williams. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a cycle. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. That catch for his career's number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So
touchdown Dolphins. Kyle Pitts as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we are off to Orlando.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Greg Newsome on the coverage defensively.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Going right back to Fant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Dolphins 17. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They give to Chubb out of the gun, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Lawrence.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Here's Lawrence.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Mike.
Williams. 35 yards.
And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Alexander. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander.
And he is going to have the Rams first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Richards.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch,
and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 13 yards out.
And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Dolphins 23. Evan McPherson.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Rams have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Miami set to take over. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Now Lawrence.
This is caught by Williams.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lawrence will throw.
Got a man. It's Brown.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when...
And that is caught. Miami.
DK Metcalf.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Up the middle they go. McMillan, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
49, Dolphins 37. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. A final shot now for Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete.
as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile,